There. There. Let's go ahead and take this. And here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let me just put on my camera here. All right. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Good day, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let me say hello to everybody. Hope you guys could hear me and see me okay. This thing is a little too bright. Hold on. Okay. All right. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We've got Dave. We got Gonzalo. We got Armolfo, Manuel, Omar. We got Robert. We got Pete. We got Norman. We got Rich. We got Penny. Good morning, Penny. Ivano, Gustavo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Eduardo, Glenn, Thomas, JB, CJ, Debbie, Dr. Serena. Good morning, my actuary. Thank you for being here. Dave, Timothy, W. Wong, Genevieve, the sassy trainers in the house. Richard's here. Kim's here. Jill, good morning, Jill. Happy Tuesday to you. We got a lot of people coming in here. We got Robert, Vernon, Naples fan. Richard, good morning, Richard. I didn't hear from you yesterday. I hope you're doing okay. Deb, Wayne, Devin, Wardog, Richard from Puente Gorda. Cautious Puente Gorda. Oy, oy, oy. I hope you guys don't have a lot of fog. We've been having a lot of fog here, Richard. Hey, Darren, good morning. Sorry I've been away, but moving my company to a bigger warehouse. Well, that's okay. How you doing, Darren? Henry, David, a Keyhawk fan. Uh, we got Blair. We got Richard. We got Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. I mean, thank you, Richard. Thank you. We got a lot of people here. Let me just say hello to everybody. We got Michael, Steve, Jeff, Ray, Wade, Stacy, John. Texas Kirk is in the house. Texas Kirk, I hope your eye is getting better. I hope the eyes are getting better. Nathan, John, Soler, Edgar, Eagle Beagle, Samson. Good morning, Samson. Rebecca, Tiago, Brian, Frank, Anthony, John, Dennis, Jim, Greg, Walt, Sherman. Sherman's in the house, guys. Harold, Dave, Art. Came down with the flu, been fighting it for some days now. So sorry to hear that. My daughter Rachel, she's been incubated. She's like it. We were just joking about it. She's got a bug too. Everybody around here has a bug. Like all the kids around here have a bug. I hope you feel better, Richard. I really do. I hope you feel better. Take it easy. Don't go trading too heavy. Those flu meds make me very just make me feel weird. Terrence. Good morning, Terrence. I hope you feel better, Richard. I do. Drink lots of liquids. Harold, Dave, Art. We got Lewis, Terrence, Charlie, Rosalind, Alpoint, Scott, Tom, Angie's in the house. We got Whitco, Raj, Pierre DeBrock, Ralph, John. We got a lot of people here today. Got to say, we got a lot of people here. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. Making money with On. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Yesterday in the pit, we took Palantir. Palantir was the trade that we took in the pit yesterday. I hope everybody made money on that trade yesterday. Let me make sure everybody got my link here. Everybody got a link there. Everybody got a link there. Everything's good. Now I got a little treat for you. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, David. Been trying to find what daycare kid brought this to. Right, me too. Creo, Robert, Colleen, Tim. Good morning. Got a little treat for you guys today. And you guys have Carlos to thank for this. Just so you guys know, Carlos was One second. All right, one second here. Let me show you what Carlos made for us. You guys are going to love this. So Carlos made this guide for us. It's this guide right here for to give you ticker symbols, leveraged assets, Apple, Amazon, AVGO, all the averaged assets right here, the ticker symbols for bulls and bears, so you can get them on the cheap. Uh, the major ETFs and the futures contracts as well. This is going to go into the VIP room members area, the pit members area, on the Telegram channels, and to your members area. If you guys don't get this, I don't know if they're going to be broadcasting it or doing it today, but if you guys don't get it, good for you, Alan. If you guys don't get it, make sure you contact customer service and get that sheet, but it should be put in your members area. And let's thank Carlos for doing that. Great job, Carlos. Great job. Very, very nice. Thank you for doing that, Carlos. Appreciate it very, very much. We got 274 people now. Let me post some links. I will be doing a class today at 1 o'clock. Now, I'll be showing you the same tool that's helped me leverage a 94% plus win rate. I'll be doing that today at 1 o'clock. I'll have my VIP room at noon today. Please, please, please join me there. Hey, Patrick from Hawaii, good to see you. And here is a link for, let me just get you a link from Cam, Customer Service Live. There it is. And then we will begin. There we go. There you go. Carlos is a great guy. Very, very helpful. Carlos, you know what I'm thinking of doing? And I'm not kidding. I'm actually thinking of doing this. Carlos, are you here? I don't know if Carlos is here. But if Carlos is here, what I'm thinking of doing actually is giving Carlos access to all of my members areas and having him reorganize them and make them organize them. Because Carlos is like the best organizer I've ever met in my life. There he is. My pleasure. I figured so many folks are new here. I want to Yeah, Carlos, think about this. Maybe I'll give you access, you and one of my assistants, access to my customer service area, and you can reorganize some of my stuff because I've had so many documents there. Some are old, some are new, some are more important, and you actually know what's relevant and what's not because you follow me every day. So I'm actually considering doing that, giving Carlos all access to my members area so he can go and go crazy and organize stuff because Carlos is good at that. I'm not. What do you think, Carlos? Not a bad idea. Hey, Ed. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, yesterday I warned you. No, just U.S. Navy messed my head. Well, whatever they did a great job. Great job. Carlos is fantastic. You know, there are some people here who really go out of their way to make this a community. Dr. Serena, Carlos, Richard, there's several others, Bob. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, guys. You guys are fantastic. Let me just write big thank you for all of your amazing support. Thank you. That's from me to all of you. Yes, very nice. So let's talk a little bit about the market, right? That's why we're here, obviously. Yes, thank you, Karen, and thank you for sharing your stories with me. I like that too. Very important. It helps me make better programs because then I know who I'm doing it for. So the Dow futures are down about 100 points. The Nasdaq's down 100 points. Now for the Dow, this is not really significant. Anything below 150, anything below 150 for the Dow, I'm not really. Oh, thank you, Cam. Oh, very, very nice. Oh, thank you, thank you. God bless you, Cam. God bless you, Cam. If you need help, Carlos is like the best organizer I've ever met. Moondog is in the house. Yay, Moondog is in the house. Nice. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling well, Moondog. It was touch and go a little while you were in the hospital for a while there. All right. So as you guys can see, the market is very, very choppy. And I warned you yesterday. I actually even posted I posted this in the chat last night, to show you what's going on. And I think this gives you, let me just think this will give you a really good understanding of why the market is doing what it's doing right now. Do you see this right here? Now, I'll go over my deep analysis in a few minutes. You're welcome. Good morning, Kevin. Um, Look at the mags. This is the Magnificent Seven, and as everybody knows here, they have a huge market cap. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? And what happens with the triangles? They tend to get narrower and narrower. And this is a fairly symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles can break one way or the other. Several weeks, I've been fearful to make my first trade. This is my week to do it. Do it, Creo. Do it and let us know. But be careful. This is you're picking a very, very crappy time to start trading overall. And I'm explaining to you why. And again, I'm going to talk for about an hour today. But this is like, you know how sometimes I like to do 80-20. This is 80% of my analysis right now. So I'm just letting you know this is the big daddy today, okay? So you see this symmetrical triangle? If this thing just comes up, back up here and bounces back and just continues making a narrower range, what we're going to see in the market is just a lot more non-directional volatility. What we need, and this is MAGS, this is the Magnificent Seven. What we need to see is we need this to break out one way or the other. Now, typically this thing can go for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, look, it's been going on for what? It started in December, right? And it's been just getting narrower and narrower. So there's two things here. Yes, listen to what Richard says, Creo. Listen to what Richard says. Very, very, very important. You don't need to get over post-traumatic stress disorder. Don't create more problems for yourself than you need to. So if we believe this, and this is now over a month long, so this is based on some fundamentals. First of all, notice, what have we been doing in the market? Nothing. Back and forth. But not only have we been not doing anything in the market, but that doing nothing in the market is getting smaller, and the ranges are getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Hey, Rochelle, I didn't really hear from you yesterday. Hope you're okay. Didn't hear any feedback or anything from you yesterday. Usually I do. So you see this right here? What I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing this get narrower and narrower. And if the market continues getting narrower and narrower, where are we going to get the volatility to make a move? Do you see the problem? How much directional bias are you going to get from the market if the mega caps are doing this? Now, you could argue, well, Roger, mega caps are not the whole market, right? Well, you're right. You're right. It's true. It's true. It's a good point. So let's look at RSP. Well, do you see this? Does this look any better than this to you? At least this has some direction. I mean, I'm stretching here. Here's that triangle here. I mean, it's got all the indicators, but you could still see it's just here's the triangle. You could see it's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. It's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So if this continues getting narrower, and if RSP just sits here and does nothing like it's been doing for a month, where do you think the market's going to go? So let's say you pick the best stock in the world. And folks, this is the point, this is the part where you guys open up your ears and listen. Yeah, this is not a good time to get frisky. Not a good time to get frisky at all. So do you see what the market is doing right now? Guys, I'm the best stock picker in the world. I'm being sarcastic, but hey, guys, I'm the best stock picker in the world, and maybe I am. The point is, what are you going to do with this? It's like picking the best waves in an ocean that doesn't have any waves. It's like going surfing and saying, okay, I'm going to pick the best wave today. What's the expected range? 2.5 feet. Okay, let's sit there and wait for the best wave. How much surfing? You're the best surfer in the world. How much surfing are you going to get done when there's no waves? Do you understand what the analogy I just gave you? You're the best snowboarder in the world. How much snowboarding are you going to do when there's no snow? Do you guys understand what I'm saying right now? No, Kathy Woods is by far better than me. Having a community where people can connect would be a great idea. Thank you, Carlos. We do have a community where you guys can communicate for 2 hours a day. I open up my chat room 2 hours a day for you guys. Like most of you know more about others than I do. Like people know other people's health problems around here. Seriously, no joke. We do have a community. We do have a community. Um, so my problem is here is it's not that I don't want to pick good stocks. It's that where do you go skiing when there's no good snow? Where do you go surfing when there's no good waves? And I'm not trying to give you a cop out. It's not a cop out. I'm not giving you any excuses. Our performance has been amazing. That's not really what the problem is. The problem is there's nowhere to go. Do you see this? This is not moving anywhere. And mags. Now you're probably thinking, Roger, you just spent 12 minutes talking about two charts. Yes, I have. But I'm going to tell you something. What I just focused on is 80% of the issues we're having with the market right now. Remember, I'm an 80-20 principle kind of guy. I try to teach you the 20% that most folks don't want to focus on. I only focus on the most important things. The rest are just I let others deal with that. So you guys understand you can't surf when there's no waves. But Roger, I just bought this $20,000 trading system and it's got AI and you can't surf without any waves. I don't care if you have an AI Tesla made surfboard. If there's no waves, you're not going to surf. If there's no snow, you're not going to ski. You understand? It's the bottom line. I'm a bottom line kind of guy. And do you see how volatility gets lower and lower and lower and lower? And how here it's non existent? That's 80% of our problem right now. Now, I could talk about fundamentals. I could talk about tariffs. I could talk about volatility. I could talk about all of that stuff. But this is the big problem right now. Capiche? And I'll talk about all those other things. But I want you guys to see what the big problem is. The big problem is there's no directional bias. And if there's no directional bias, then your stocks are just not going to go anywhere. Period. Period. Kevin says, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you. Hey, HG, good to see you here. Eagle says, made 90% on the CSI buying, underlying, check it out. New security ticker, moves quick and can be lucrative, very risky, 5-day-old to market. Well, thank you, Eagle Beagle. So you see the problem? The problem is there's no waves. There's no waves right now. When there's no waves, it's very hard to surf. Okay, so the market's down right now. This is mostly random. I want to see more than 100 points. I mean, on the tech, this is not random. On the Dow, this is random. Just like yesterday, we went up, and then what did we do after we opened? We did nothing. So I'm thinking today may be a very, very similar type of scenario. There you go. Time to play penny stocks. Brian says, yeah, let's go catch the 2-foot swells, bro. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? It's like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Let me post some links. Remember, 1 o'clock, I'm going to show you the exact same tool that I've used to generate a 94% plus win rate. I'll be doing that at 1 o'clock today. I'll be in my VIP room talking about technicals today, a lot of technicals today. And Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. From what I understand, Cam is going to go through some A-line stuff, which is really nice. And I'm going to talk about A-line in a few minutes too, by the way. Okay. All right. So news today. Everybody's getting ready for the CPI tomorrow. This is coming out tomorrow at 8:30, and Jerome Powell's going to be speaking. He's going to be speaking at 10 a.m. today. Please keep an eye on the bond market. As far as earnings, and if you guys don't mind posting, if some have already come out, let me know which ones. Just let me know if the stock is up or down and how much. That's all I need. I don't need a whole report. Ticker symbol negative 3% pre-open, positive 5% pre-open. Let me know on these. Let me know on these. But you got Shopify, technology, SMCI, technology, ET, Coca-Cola, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, real estate, consumer staples, healthcare. Keep an eye on Humana. This stock can really move. Okay, getting up to standard position from lying position when there's no surfboard. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you need to know your technicals, folks. Don't rely on indicators. Indicators are based on technicals. If you don't understand your technicals, you're competing against people that do. Period. Um, let's let's go through let's go through all of this, and then we'll talk about the stock market. So let me know if any of these have come out. Okay, SMCI negative 4%, Shopify negative 3.7. Thank you, Sony. Let me know if they're up or down right now pre-open, because that can make changes. Okay. Bond market. Remember I told you yesterday the bond market. So let's closely. This is the bond market yesterday. It gave up at the end of the day. This is the bond market today. What happened when we got to this level? I warned you about this. Richard from Puente Gorda. Remember I warned you about this line right here? And I said if we can't break this line right here, if we're going to be on the south side of this line, then we're going to continue our downtrend. And if we break this, there's a good chance we can continue our uptrend. Ooh, shop down 6.9. That's bad. Remember, Shopify is a very important stock for consumer discretionary internet sales. A lot of small mom and pop companies use Shopify as their shopping cart. It's like a homemade Amazon. So Shopify has a major impact on other stocks. Thank you. The reason I brought up your name, Richard, is because I remember you asking me about this downtrend. So you see how we never ever passed this red line? Let me show you. Let me take these indicators off so you could see it better. See, I'm taking indicators off, not putting them on so you could see things better. See what I'm doing? I'm not putting them on. I'm taking them off. Okay. See this trend line right here? We were never able to break it. And right here, I said, be very careful. If we don't break this trend line, we're just going to come right back down. Now, this is not something I thought about telling you. This is actually something I've told you very clearly here a few days ago. And I drew this line for you. And I said to you, be very careful because we're in an up right here. I said, we're in an uptrend right here. But if this thing doesn't break, we have to get above this line or it's going to be a downtrend. You remember that, Richard. You can rewind this tape, but I didn't draw this line today. I drew this several days ago. And look where we're at right now. So if you look at this now, does this look like a strong trend? No. Look where we're at. We have a nice breakdown on the bond market. Look. And we never made it past this line. We never made it past this line. Marriott down, Coke up. So it looks like blood test. Sorry about that, Rochelle. I found a lady here who gives amazing blood tests, actually. She took blood from right here, didn't even have a scratch. I did it 2 weeks ago. You remember, guys, I told you I had to go give my blood test. Had to leave early. She was amazing, Ukrainian lady. So, yeah, so this is bad. The point is, this is negative. This is very negative for the market. This is not good for the market. We needed to break this trend right here and move higher, and we broke lower. And this is the long bond. Remember, Trump wants to shore up the long bond. It's not happening right now. And we have a gap down. This will put pressure on the stock market today, folks. Patricia, you remember? Well, we didn't. We never. I drew this line a long time ago. We never broke it. We never broke it. And not only did we not break it, we huffed and puffed at the 50-day for 2 days, and then we broke that, and now we're below. That's not good. My stops are getting more and more important right now. Shop drop and others. Thank you, Ralph, for the feedback. So bond market's going down. U.S. dollar is flat. Not really down, but flat. But I'm expecting the U.S. dollar to stay firm, especially if the bond market comes down. This is bad. This is not going to give the market a good look today coming in. I'd love to see us rally and come back up and break this, but I'm not holding my breath. To me, it looks like a turnaround, lower highs coming right back down. Thanks, Richard. Gold. Well, gold made an all-time high yesterday, but gold is down. One of the reasons gold is up is because a lot of investors, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of folks are putting money into gold. There's a lot of deliveries. I would be cautious with gold right now, with the U.S. dollar with the U.S. dollar firming up here. I would be, and the bond market falling down. That decreases the value of gold. As you could see, gold is topping out. My suggestion is if you're still bullish on gold, Wait for us to touch the 8-day EMA and maybe go a little lower and then come back above the 8-day EMA. I still like gold, but I would be cautious today. All right. I would be very, very cautious today. Crude oil. Well, we heard that there's some turbulence in the Middle East. The Hamas, I believe, there's always going to be some turbulence in the Middle East, but we have these two VWAPs immediately above us. I think this is going to offer some resistance for a day or two. We may see a little bit of upside in the energy market. I wouldn't hold my breath. I think for the most part, energy is going to be fairly tame and quiet. By the way, today in the VIP room, I will be showing you how to set up the perfect iron condor spread. Here's the link for that. An iron condor spread is what we take advantage of stocks when markets are doing this. When mega caps are doing this, when there's no volatility, when there's no volatility, when there's no directional bias. So I'm going to try to find you guys some iron condors and teach you how to identify iron condors. Iron condors are just credit spreads from both sides. So we sell something here and we sell something here, and it's hedged. So it's just if the word iron condor, if the word iron condor intimidates you, it's just a double credit spread. Okay. We'll talk about it. Bruce, good morning. If you remind me in a few minutes, we'll talk about it. When we talk about SMH, just ask me about NVIDIA again, okay? And we'll talk about it, because I will talk about it. So crude oil, choppy, maybe a few days of upside. US dollar, maybe getting a little bit of a bounce. Bond market, I don't like this, and I hope I'm wrong and we don't break this 87 area, because if we break this 87 area, we're going to start getting into A-line territory to the downside. Crypto, as you could see here, is doing absolutely nothing. And by the way, I hate to say I told you so, but I want to show you, and I did tell you this, but I want to show you something. Let me take these indicators off. See how it's, see here, let me take this off. Do you see this? Do you see this, guys? Bitcoin? Do you see the mags? Look, look at mags. Look at mags. And look at Bitcoin. Do you see that? Do you remember me telling you, and yes, I'm the only guy out there that's telling you the truth, that Bitcoin and Nasdaq are trying to be are becoming correlated? There's a triangle here and there's a triangle right here. Look, this is mega caps and this is crypto. Look. Mega caps here. Make it easier. Look, this is crypto. Mega caps, crypto. Mega caps, crypto. Mega caps, crypto. Roger, I'm not a stock trader. I'm a crypto trader. No, you're a stock trader. Do you guys see that? Same trend. Look. Roger, I don't like to trade stocks. I like to trade crypto. Well, I got news for you. Cryptos are now completely correlated to the stock market. And that's something I've been telling you guys for the last 2 years is going to happen. Look, I'm not a stock trader. I'm a crypto trader. Yeah. No, you're a stock trader. You're now a stock trader. All right. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that with your own eyes? Look at your own eyes. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy. Why isn't everybody? How come all the crypto gurus out there are not telling you that? Can you answer that? So let me ask you a question. How come I'm not a crypto guru. How come the crypto gurus are not telling you that? You know why they're not telling you that? Because that would turn you off trading cryptos. Yes, Eagle Beagle. They don't want to tell you that because they're going to lose business. because they want crypto to be its own thing. Well, I got news for you folks. Crypto is not its own thing. And 6 years ago and 7 years ago, I was telling you exactly this, that crypto is going to become assimilated with the rest of the market, and it's going to become a major currency just like everything else, and it's going to become a mature asset. And what happens to an asset when it becomes mature? It becomes a counter trending asset, just like the stock market. So all of you cowboy crypto traders, I got news for you. It's a stock now. Okay? So take it easy now. So, and anybody who doesn't believe me, just show them this graph. It kind of speaks volumes. Look when we entered the chop. Right with the stock market. Look. Come on. I mean, you got to admit, right? You got to admit. All right. All right. Just wanted to show you that. China. What is China doing? Remember this trend line? You probably don't. So I drew this. This is a horizontal line. This is not a trend. I didn't make it slopey. Look, 1, 2, and look at yesterday, 3. Now, what happened every time we went up here? We broke down. Oliver, crypto is not a 24-hour casino anymore. It's completely correlated to the stock market. Look. Look. What crypto? What casino? It's a freaking ETF now. Okay? All right. Just believe your eyes. Look. Forget anything I'm saying. Just look at it with your own eyes. All right. So China looks like it's finally had the deep doo-doo has finally. It looks like the deep doo-doo excitement has finally peaked out, and we're starting to come off. So China giving us weakness, by the way, means Chinese stocks are going to be giving us weakness. And if Chinese stocks are going to be giving us weakness, that's another pressure on the market we didn't see. Trade what you see. What I see is that crypto is an asset. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100% it's an asset. And it's becoming a very mature asset. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to make a prediction. Do you guys want me to tell you what the final frontier for Bitcoin will be? The final frontier before it becomes like a grandpa asset where everybody talks about it like it's a stock, when Amazon starts accepting it. That'll be the final frontier. I think once they either make their own or once they start accepting Bitcoin, that will be the end of that'll be like crypto at that point will be a household. It won't be like, what? You trade cryptos? It won't be like that at all anymore. It'll be just like a household name. My 5 cents, just giving you my opinion, okay? I'm only talking about Bitcoin. I'm not talking about all the other cryptos. But what I will tell you is, for my cursory inspection, they are all extremely correlated to Bitcoin, or at least they were the last time I checked. There may be some new stuff, there may be some developments, but I just want you guys to know that I'm only talking about Bitcoin. I'm only talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin. I'm not talking about any other crypto. I'm talking about Bitcoin. I just know that most of them are extremely correlated to Bitcoin, okay? Yes, they were going to make its own at one stage. Genevieve, the sound is coming out perfectly. There's no issues with sound. We would have a lot more people. And by the way, how about some thumbs up? I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. There we go. Okay, so China looks like it's peaked out. That deep doo-doo has peaked out in its popularity. You could see right here, these lines are aligned, and now we're below this area. Oh, also having sound issues. My video's out of sync with my voice. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you. Sound going in and out. Weird. Sorry about that, guys. Let me mute myself and unmute myself. Hold on. All right. I unmuted myself. Hopefully the sound will be will be okay. But I'm sure if you guys want me to repeat, if I need to repeat something, if you guys need me to repeat something, let me know. Yeah, just refresh your page. Refresh your page. It should be good. All right. All right. Doesn't matter. We can still hear you. All right. Just refresh your page. Okay, guys? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so that's crypto. Now let's talk about the stock market. Let's break everything down. Let's see where we're at right now. Ooh, a little bit of an increased pressure to the downside. Look at that. Downside is increasing, just undoing everything it did yesterday. And again, we are having more earnings coming out. By the way, if you guys don't have this yet, let me give it to you. I posted it yesterday, but in case you guys don't have it, here you go. No issue. Sounds fine. Loud and clear. Having sound on and off. Sorry about that. Can you guys refresh your YouTube channel? If you to fix, just leave the room and come back. Yeah, just refresh your channel, okay? Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry about it. I don't. I can't control it. It's YouTube. It's not me. Just refresh your page. Go ahead and refresh this page right here. Just refresh that page, and that'll work. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's talk about everything. Let's put everything together. Trump ordered a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports. Now, we heard about it yesterday. I did not see any impact on the market yesterday. I'm sure it'll have some impact today. So Mexico, Canada, he didn't do anything with Australia. I'm really curious why Australia didn't get the brunt of it. Yeah, Powell will be speaking at 10 a.m. today. That's going to be the major report ahead of the CPI tomorrow, which I've already highlighted for you right here. This is the big report of the week. This is coming out tomorrow. And also, as a result of this report, I wouldn't be surprised if the market was a little bit subdued today. What does that mean? Choppy with the bond market opening down here and then coming up here and undoing. Basically, the opposite of what we saw yesterday. We gapped up yesterday and kind of drifted the rest of the day. Today, kind of gapping down and kind of drifting the rest of the day. Okay? Okay. Let's continue. McDonald's came out with earnings. They did better than expected. Aluminum and steel company stocks advanced after Trump announced plans to impose tariffs. CLF soared 17%, Alcoa 2%. On Semiconductor, I covered this stock yesterday, slumped over 8%, top loser on the S&P, not good for chip stocks. I repeat, not good for chip stocks. I said something about Australia, Amanasi. Oh, you said the same thing. Yeah, I didn't say anything on Australia. Yeah, it's not included. Yeah, not included. Thank you, Robert. Today, participants will be looking to hear his semi-annual monetary testimony. That's going to happen at 10 a.m. Folks, please keep your eye on the bond market. We have a gap down. Typically, these gaps get filled. Bonds are very gappy, as you could see, extremely gappy. But if we start moving up, that'll be a little better for the market. But if we start breaking this and moving towards the 87.60 level on the TLT, it ain't going to get pretty. Angie says, just a great way to send money without regulation, that the gains will all be just transfer charges. Yes. Okay, good. So he's going to give us insight into the policy. Will likely emphasize the resilient economy as a primary reason policymakers are not in a hurry to reduce borrowing costs. Well, Mr. Powell, have you looked at this data? How resilient the economy is? CPI, you're expecting CPI to not be changed from a year ago. And inflation and food prices are high as they've been in history right now, Mr. Powell. But we don't talk about that, right, Mr. Powell? Interest rates are next likely to be cut, if at all, not likely to be cut, if at all. CPI is expected to remain unchanged from a year ago, and core is projected to ease from 3.2 a year ago to 3.1. I'm not holding my breath, okay? He speaks at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern time today. Look, right here. If you guys want a link for this, here, let me give it to you. You guys can use this right here. There you go. He said Australia has a trade deficit with U.S., so no tariff. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, like leave Australia alone. Like, what has Australia done to you? And honestly, what has Canada done to you? I feel bad about the Canadians. I really do. I don't. I think they said only like 3% of all drugs go through that border, but that's not my area of expertise, so I don't want to argue. We have a 0% chance that the Fed is going to lower rates. The kid has locked up that bike. He has the parents have not been able to find it, and the dad has lost his job, and he's looking for a new one. We have Coca-Cola, consumer staples, Shopify, big consumer staple impact, not big market cap, but big reflection on consumers. Guild, Marriott, and other travel stocks should do pretty well because of airlines, gas prices. And DoorDash, this stock, people have been just going crazy with DoorDash around here, around these parts. Yeah, nothing on Russia. Don't get me started. Europe is down just a hair. This is not really anything. Cautious sentiment prevailed, escalating global tension. Food and beverage and energy stocks outperformed. That's fairly defensive. That's fairly defensive. Mining and travel and leisure stocks lost ground. That's not good. So defensive stocks were the only one that stabilized. China snapped its 3-day winning streak. Consumer and property stocks led the decline. This is what I was telling you about this. We went to a, see that? This is the same level. See how we can't break this gap? It's hard to break gaps these days. That's why I wait for gaps to be filled before going in. And now we're coming back down to here, which can come all the way back down. So China's not helping the economy today. Japan is closed. They have a holiday. They're going to reopen tomorrow. Shop is up now. Is now up. Good. Yeah. How can we get rid of him? Rid of who? Is mad at the Canadian geese. They poop on his golf courses. I'm telling you. I don't want to get rid of Canadians. I just want to get rid of Canadian geese. I want to sign a order. Oh, my dogs are going crazy again. Oh, God. It's the worst thing if you have a headache, my dogs. I am so grateful you guys can't hear them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Canadians did to Trump to piss him off, but Canadian geese, I vote to evict them immediately. Send them down to somewhere else. They never leave. They come here and they don't leave. They're very rude, these Canadian geese. They poop all over the cars. They cross the street without giving you the right of permission. The Canadian geese have been very, very detrimental. Powell, yeah, we got to get rid of Powell. We got to get rid of Powell. He is. T-Bus has an interesting idea of how Trump is going to get rid of Powell. It involves Kevin Hassett. Ask Trump. Ask T-Bus. He'll tell you. T-Bus is great for political stuff. Lattice Semiconductor surged more than 14%. This is good for small cap chip stocks. Unfortunately, this stock is a small cap, so I don't know how much of an impact it'll have on the broader chip market. They're still barking it up. We are sending more geese to Mar-a-Lago. Oh, had a crush on Trudeau. I don't know how they taste. But I got to tell you, these Canadian geese, they're driving me bananas. We didn't have any in California, so Phillips 66 climbed over 5%, giving energy stocks a little bit of a boost. And there's just not a lot of fundamental data today. The biggest data is Powell speaking at 10 a.m. As far as the stock market right now, we're just kind of sitting near 100. If the Dow doesn't go below 150, that's random. And typically this is like the threshold for the NASDAQ 100. But as you know, we've been very choppy and not going anywhere. So that's a major factor. Let's look at momentum. How is momentum? Well, we have 99 stocks breaking down and 106 breaking up. So momentum looks a lot like this right now, like this. Basically, you've got some movement, but the movement is equal to the downside and upside. Basically, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. Notice Russell 2000 tried to break out above the 50-day line, breaking down. Bond market tried to break out. Down now. China tried to break out. Look at where we're at right now. Capiche? You guys seeing what I'm talking about? California is too expensive for the geese. Yes, they are too expensive for the geese. Very, very true. You guys are making too much sense today. Great crowd, by the way. We're having a great crowd today. Remember, same tool, 94% win rate. I'll take you by the hand, and I'll even show you. We may even do some day trades during the session today. Give you my VIP room today at noon. I'll be talking about iron condors today, and I may even find one for weekly cash flow. I'm desperate to find one. So I'm going to use you guys as a guinea pig to help me find one. And don't forget, if you guys like this insight, you guys will get amazing insight from Customer Service Live, because Cam is in tune with and Gustavo and Chip, they're all in tune with everything we do here. So you guys will get a lot of insight there. So momentum, including ETFs. There's 130 stocks breaking out, and there's 101 stock breaking down. Now, 100 is my minimum. If you take away the ETFs, you have 106 stocks breaking out and 99 stocks breaking down. Is there anything there? Not really. All it means is instead of doing this, we're doing this. So instead of doing this, we're doing this. But we're not really seeing this. We need to see this. We need to see this to scalp the E-mini during the day, not to do reversals. We need to see this. We need to see a roller coaster, not a train. You understand? Right now, we're seeing a train. There's not a lot of directional bias right now. Pullback time, not breakout time right now. Okay? Trying to help you guys out. All right, volatility. Volatility is staying near this level. It's not breaking down. For us to move higher, the volatility needs to break 15. It hasn't broken 15, and when it tried to bounce at 15, it went right back up. So keep your eye on volatility and whether it breaks 16 and a half or it finally gives up the ghost and goes to 15. That's $VIX. Keep your eye on the bond market, and if the bond market starts filling in this gap or coming down, if it's coming down, it's no good. No good. Keep your eye on intraday momentum levels, which I will, and by the way, everything I'm telling you to keep an eye on, I keep an eye for you and I post in the free Telegram channel all day long. Yeah, Bruce, that Newsom's not doing anybody any favors. He's not doing anybody any favors. So we don't really have a lot of momentum, a lot of directional bias. We're starting to increase in volatility, but we're not starting to increase in directional bias. Small caps are inside the range where we have tons and tons of VWAPs and moving averages, so there's no trend there. RSP, let's look at RSP, which is really important right now. There's no trend here, and volatility is declining. Look at this is yesterday. Look at this. Just nothing. There's nothing here. There's just nothing going on right here. All right? Nothing going on here. I guess, Bob, we're just as slow as the market, right? People are slow to post comments, and people are slow right now with the market. But this is nothing. This is just, don't make something out of nothing. What about SPY? Let's look at SPY. Look at this. Folks, look at this. Look at the SPY right here. Let me get rid of these tools here so you could see it better. Indicators. Just look what the SPY is doing right now. Do you see this? There's not much there. There's not much there. Don't make things, yeah, 0 DTE, first quick ones. There's not much there. There's just not much there. I know you want there to be a lot, but there's just not much there. How tradable is this? It's not. This is not tradable. This is iron condor time. This is credit spread time. Speaking of which, I'm going to need one to do one today. But this is not very actionable trading. This is a nightmare for traders right here. This is a nightmare for traders. No, have you noticed we haven't been holding too many trades more than a day or two? All right. What about semiconductors? Look at this. What do you do with this? What do you do with this? We're inside of this range. This range is inside of this range. Looks like we're making a baby triangle here. There's nothing going on. SMH. Excuse me, NVIDIA. I wanted to go to NVIDIA. And I know I'm being very boring today, but not doing something is more important than doing something. Okay. Look, somebody asked me about NVIDIA. I would have gone. So here's my answer for NVIDIA. I would go long NVIDIA, and I will go long NVIDIA when NVIDIA confirms above here. when NVIDIA confirms that it's ready to trade above this area because there's a really nice gap here, and NVIDIA took out all that crap. It's near highs. So I will trade NVIDIA when NVIDIA can bust through this area. But as of right now, I'm seeing the opposite of that. Yesterday, it rejected it. Today, it's not even close, and it's an inside day. So I'm not seeing any of it. Not seeing any of it. Okay, just FYI. Now, what about sectors? Let's look at sectors. Is there any congruity within sectors? Let's take a look. I mean, I doubt it with this choppiness. Well, you got semiconductors, technology, QQQ. You got technology, a little bit of technology. But then look at communication, look at consumer discretionary. Look at the Russell 2000 and where's mid caps. Look at Dow Jones and look at energy and real estate. We're all over the place. I mean, if you want to cling on to semiconductor and technology, maybe. But I wouldn't be holding my breath with NVIDIA looking like this and with SMH looking like it wants to come right back down. Or this. I mean, so folks, I just say it how it is. I'm calling it how it is, and I'm seeing choppy bullshit market. Let's look at charts of each individual semiconductors. They need to get above this area, 251. Technology, look at technology. Does this look like a trend to you? I mean, what do you do with this? How do you trade this? How do you trade this? Tell me. I don't know how to trade this. Energy looks like it could be breaking out above 9085. So we got a potential breakout here in semiconductors above 252. XLE, maybe something there. Nothing in the Russell. Real estate looks like it can continue moving higher. QQQ looks like it's choppier than heck. Spider looks like it's choppier than heck. Industrial looks like it can come up a little bit. So you got potential movement in industrial, in utilities, and in energy, which are blue chips. So the Dow, communication looks like it can move. Consumer staples looks like it can move. Nothing for home builders. Financials can move. Nothing for mid caps. Nothing for retail. Healthcare looks like they can move a little. Dow Jones, if anything, the Dow Jones maybe can come up here a little bit. Basic materials, look at basic materials. Doesn't it remind you of RSP? Look at that. Just nothing. Look at consumer discretionary, right in the middle of the range. Look at Bitcoin. Just not seeing a lot, guys. Starts look like shit. Do you want me to lie to you and tell you that we're in the best trading opportunities in history? I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to do that. Life is too short and I have too much respect for you. All right, stocks that I'm looking at. We want to be extra careful because of the chop right now. So we want to pick stocks that have the best directional bias. Merck looks good to the downside. On semiconductors, looks good to the downside. VTRS looks good to the downside. I have five potential A lines for you today to the long side. I'm going to show you to you. VTRS looks good to the down. Look how directional these stocks are. KSS. Look how directional these stocks are. Or do you have to guess which direction they're going into? Las Vegas, by the way, that's a good one, actually. With China cooling off, Las Vegas Sands and Wynn both doing the same thing. And I've been telling you about these stocks for a while now. They both looking good. Wynn and LVS. VKTX looking good. What a nice trend. Two consumer staples, SYY and STZ. Yep, here you go. Yeah, generally February is not a great month. Constellation Brands. Which way do you think the stock is moving, folks? Does it give you, if you were to go short at any time here, how many days against you would the stock go before reverting lower? That's how you trade. That's how you get the edge in your direction. Hog. Who doesn't like a nice hog? I could use some pork. I'm in the mood for some pork. That's a nice trend. I've been talking about this stock for quite a while. These are not necessarily great day trading stocks, but they're great swing trading stocks. Some are also good day trading stocks, but these are good swing trading stocks. How many days does it go against you before it picks up? That's what you want to ask yourself. How well does it respect the moving averages? You got to visually back test this. When you guys come here, last 2 days of February, I'm going to have a segment on visually back testing. Let's now talk long side. Now, these are all my potential A lines. Needs to get above right here and needs to get above 80.20. I'm giving you levels. These are potential A lines. Needs to get above 110.60. Potential A lines. Potential. Are you guys getting value out of this? Are you guys getting value out of this? Baker Hughes is ready to go, actually. That stock looks like it's ready to go. Right off the A line. Looks like it wants to come back up with a profit target right here. EQT. I don't think anybody gives you this level of detail. If anybody else gives you this level of detail, I'd like to meet them. Nice looking stock, nice A-line stock, EQE. Not a day trading stock, but a nice looking stock. EQT and PLD, my last potential A-line stock. Good. Polaris, you want to wait for the stock to break to 120. 120. Let me take a look at something today real quick before we move on. Palantir. Yeah. We got in at 115 yesterday, so you could have made a nice... You could still get out this morning. You could get out right now if you wanted to on the underlying and make $1.20. But nice breakout yesterday. This was a day trade. Now let me give you stocks that are breaking out. Spotify. Netflix. I like Netflix. This one's a little overdone. Spotify's overdone, but Netflix looks pretty good. And yes, that document Carlos gave you will give you a ticker symbol to trade Netflix on the cheap. Cisco, one of my favorite stocks. Oracle and Cisco were some of the best stocks to trade in the 90s. Walmart. What do you guys think about Walmart? Look at that. It's up today. Hims. Remember Hims? We traded it earlier this week, yesterday in the pit. Visa. We traded Palantir 4 times yesterday. Oh, that's good. And you made money each time? Visa. I may start looking at Visa. Now, this is maybe my favorite stock right now. Boston Scientific. I really love this stock. I keep telling you guys, if you want to see what a good trend looks like, this stock is a perfect trend. DT, I got to say, we're picking some good stocks this morning, if I do say so myself. Not a bad looking stock. DT. SEC Limited is back up. I found this stock years ago when Stanley Druckenmiller put it in his portfolio. It's an ADR. Oh. You know how I tell you not to trade Chinese stocks right now if they're ADRs? This is not China. Okay? Just so you know. It's South Pacific, but it's not China. It's Vietnam. It's everything but China. So this one is safe. Yeah, I never heard of it either. Several years ago, Stanley Druckenmiller bought it, and we bought it, and it was like the best performer of the year. It was in my VIP room like 6 years ago, maybe. And then ever since then, it's been on my radar. Look at Team, how well it's holding this trend. And look how deviated it was from the 8-day EMA, and now look how it's coming right back to the 8-day EMA. All right. Yeah, those are all A lines. I gave you WFC, UAL. You guys can just rewind this, and you guys can see it. Here's the link. You can rewind this. All right. So, same tool that I've used for to generate a 94% plus win rate. It's coming out today. I'll give you some free trades at 1 o'clock. My VIP room where I'll be talking about iron condors today. I need to get some iron condors. It would be a shame not to do iron condors, especially with the large cap, mega caps earnings out of the way. I'm going to try to give you one today. And here is Customer Service Live. And if you guys think this stuff is good, Cam breaks down and goes deep inside all of the things. He goes deep in. I'm doing surface stuff here, but Cam dives right in. He knows how to set up Thinkorswim better than anyone. I may have to call Cam to set up my Thinkorswim at my other computer here that I'm building at my house. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. My email is Roger at rogerscott.com. I'm heading to work. I'm going to be working from the office today. I have to get to work. I love you all. Thank you so much. Send me an email. No customer service questions. And please, please, please just remember something. Remember something, okay? Look at RSP right now. Look at RSP. You're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out on anything. Don't go hot and heavy. Don't feel like FOMO. Don't have FOMO right now. The odds are if you miss something, you're going to have a second bite of the apple. You may have 10 bites of the apple, if you know what I'm saying. So be careful. Bye, everyone. Stay out of trouble today. Don't fall into FOMO. We may open down and then just kind of drift and